Hello students, this is your course on digital marketing basics. In this video, we are going to discuss some latest trends in digital marketing. Digital marketing has been around for a couple of decades now, and as companies are learning to take their marketing efforts and marketing campaigns online, there have been some underlying digital marketing trends that have been brewing for over 5 years and have actually shaped the way the whole industry is now viewing digital marketing. Let's discuss them one by one. The very first being the purchase funnel has been blown to bits. Now, this is pretty much considered as an archaic knowledge now that every digital marketer should know how to create a purchase funnel and how to guide target customers through that particular purchase funnel to boost the top line for any business that they're working for. However, the purchase funnel is no longer relevant in a world wherein customers are used to switching between channels and switching between various platforms whenever they are seeking information, researching a particular purchase, and when they're finally making a purchase or leaving remarks or on any kind of transaction or experience that they may have had with the business. Due to this haphazard path which customers are now choosing in lieu of the discrete linear purchase path which was expected of them, the concept of purchase funnel, although relevant and although the guiding principle behind designing any kind of digital marketing campaign is no longer relevant, and marketers have now learn to prepare their digital campaigns in such manner that even if a customer switches from one channel to another, their experience is overall smooth. And even if there are gaps or there are blank spaces in which you cannot really figure out what the customer is doing, you still have contingency plans to bring that customer back to your digital platforms. The second trend in digital marketing, which is actually becoming quite evident, is that CRM is pretty much dead. Customer is now very much in control of the overall relationship which a brand and a customer has, and they get to decide what they want to buy, how they want to buy, where they want to buy it from, how much they want to buy, and whether they want to buy it again or not. Do they like the purchase? Do they like the experience? Whether they want to give a feedback or not. And despite everything going right, do they still choose to go to another brand the next time they have the same kind of problem or same kind of need? So investing in CRM has become quite skeptical activity for marketers, and they are learning the hard way that instead of having a CRM centric approach for designing marketing communications, they should have a more proactive and experience centric approach. Then another underlying marketing trend is the rise of big data. So marketers are learning that there are several touch points, several platforms through which customers can interact with the organization, with the company, and this can happen while making the purchase, before making the purchase, or even after making the purchase. And a lot of data points can be generated during all these transactions, during all these interactions, which is giving rise to big data. But how to intelligently collect this data and how to utilize these insights that are driven from this data to encourage customers to move in that particular channel or in that particular path that you have designed as per your digital marketing campaign, that is what marketers are learning. That is what they expect out of the upcoming professionals who are joining the digital marketing career path. Then the rise of big content is another undeniable underlying trend. And although marketers today are not really equipped to handle creation of unique content in house, they are learning to delegate this particular requirement to agencies. They are also learning to upskill. They are also seeking fresh talent that doesn't just have an understanding of what the market needs, but also the ability to create that content what the market needs. Then another underlying trend is the experience becoming the key criteria, experience becoming the key underlying fact which any marketer has to now design to ensure that their customers are happy with the overall interaction, which means that there is requirement of an integration between all channels, between all campaigns, and ultimately the customer is not just evaluating the product or service that they're buying. They are buying the whole experience, that how did they find about the company, how did they figure out what product to be bought, what was the role of the company, what was the role of the marketing campaign in assisting in this decision or supporting in this decision, how smooth was the purchase process, and once the product was bought, what was the experience with the product, how was the after sale service, and how likely are they to go back to the same platform or to the same channel. So this overall experience is now what matters most. And to design these experiences, a high level of integration from planning stage itself is required. So digital experiences today are accessible to customers through their desktops, their laptops, their tablets, mobile phones, and at times to some extent or some degree in store also. And to ensure that there is a seamless experience that is something that the customer is able to enjoy irrespective of the device or irrespective of the channel being used, a planning stage integration is a must, and the campaigns have to be on all the time. Then content marketing, SEO, paid media like Google Ads, programmatic display, social media marketing, email marketing, all these aspects of digital marketing campaign have to be in undeniable sync, and anything that is being communicated on one channel has to be iterated, has to be same, has to be concurrent to what is being said on another channels, with the exception of offers which could be channel specific. And this is something that is based on an integrated planning from the offset. Once the overall digital experience is designed and executed across devices and platforms, multi channel analytics are also essential for every digital marketer. And this is one of the other emerging trend wherein marketers are learning to look at numbers, look at customer behavior evident in their buying behavior, evident in their search behavior, and evident in the queries that they generate. And these are all captured in the multi-channel analytic reports or dashboards, which marketers are now learning to read, learning to understand, and base their future strategies upon. Then let's take a look at some other important digital marketing trends which have been there for a couple of years and have actually gained a lot of prominence. The first one being position zero in SERP. However, the position zero terminology is quite outdated now, but to understand better what exactly position zero is, it is a featured snippet which a search engine, let's call it Google for ease of understanding, would position at the top of its search engine results page. So let's say a user is asking a query to the search engine, and like one user, there are thousands or millions of users who are repeating the same query. The search engine is likely to then identify pages which have the most relevant, most helpful data or answer for that particular query and feature it at the top of the results page. Now, this page being positioned as a featured snippet doesn't have to pay anything to this particular search engine. This is free of cost, and this is therefore a very lucrative position to be in. This position zero, as you can see here, is considered position zero because this is over and above the other 10 rankings or 10 results that are listed on the first page. So this is a very visible, very lucrative, very desirable position for any digital marketer to get for their brand. It used to be called quick answer. Then for some time it was called position zero, because after zero, whatever page was positioned right underneath it was considered the first ranking. And then there used to be 9 other ranked pages. But there has been SEO standard changes, and now this position zero has technically become position one, because now on the first page, Google as a search engine does not position 10 more links. There's just one reduction in the duplicacy of link which used to be there for position zero, and now there are 9 more links in addition to position zero. So therefore technically it has become the first rank or first position. So this is something which digital marketers are actually vying to get for their particular pages by optimizing the content, by creating backlinks, by having backlinks on the page, by increasing the domain authority, and of course generating relevant content that is helpful for their end users. Then another important trend in digital marketing is AI and chatbots. And this is something that has been gaining traction. And although a very limited use is visible today, especially in e-commerce, this is something that is there to stay and is definitely growing by leaps and bounds. And a lot of applications which you may have already seen is in terms of online advertising, wherein AI is used to see your search behavior and then position ads according to that particular search behavior on subsequent pages that you visit. Then personalized user experience can be created with the help of AI and virtual assistants. Chatbots are there to take care of your basic customer support queries and reduce human intervention, make a more standard experience, generate a more standard experience for end customers. Then predictive analysis, content generation, content curation, and voice search optimization, and even web designing are some other trending applications of artificial intelligence. And marketers are learning quite fast how to use AI to its best possible potential, so as to reduce their time and effort in doing activities that were otherwise human dependent. Then AI is something that is also gaining traction in e-commerce, wherein it helps in gathering a lot of customer data and insights and design offers and campaigns accordingly. And email marketing campaigns are also AI based, especially trigger based campaigns, wherein based on a customer action, linked email is issued or launched to their particular email address or registered email address. So there is limited applications which is already visible in today's digital marketing sphere, but this is something that is growing significantly and is definitely a trending concept. Then obviously content is king. This is something, this is a theme that is emerging from anything and everything that we're discussing about digital marketing, whether it is development of own website, blogs, videos, social media platforms. Ultimately, brands and their digital marketers are required to generate content that is meaningful. And how can you ensure that your content can actually take you to your desired marketing goal? So there are these 4 key points that can be of help, wherein if you have relevant content which is targeted and designed as per customer interest, and your content is attractive. So, trending type of content is graphic or infographic in nature, pictorial, then video content, which could be animated or live action. It should be emotional. It could have shock value. It could be entertaining, or it could simply be presenting an unconventional idea which your target market would like to relate to, would like to connect to, or would find that your brand is an open minded brand and would therefore get influenced into buying your products or services. And of course, your content should be easily accessible through the devices preferred by their customers. And this has actually shaped the way companies are designing content today. They are designing more video content, they are designing more infographics or image based content, they are designing more memes, or they have entered into the mainstream media, generating content which is mostly entertaining and then ultimately leaving a message, ultimately um, influencing the customer at a subliminal level or indirect way to get associated with the organization. So that's it for the latest trends in digital marketing. Next up, we will have an overview on digital marketing channels. Until then, thank you.